This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're in Berlin here today for fight week for Smith Abraham 2. With me, I've got Stephen Smith. How are you, Stephen?
Good, mate, you?
Yeah, very well. How's Paul been this week?
Good, you know, he's very relaxed. He seems in a good place himself. Mentally, I think he's hasn't been here before and stuff, and been through it all before. He's sort of familiar with it now, and he's not letting nothing get to him. He's been nice and relaxed, and he's just resting today.
Gave a great account of himself in the first fight. Didn't win the fight. The judges' scorecards are the real reason why there was sort of an outcry for a rematch. So
Yeah.
it has worked out in Paul's favour.
Definitely, I think, you know, look, if the scores would have went how some people seen him, you know, pointed to Abraham, you know, I know a lot of people thought it was a point the other way to Paul, but, you know, if it would have went close scoring but he'd have lost the fight, then, you know, he wouldn't be here now. I think it'd have been like, you know, well done, good effort, and, you know, see you soon type of thing. I don't think he'd got a rematch out of it, but the scoring, you know, anyone could see there was never an 11 rounds to 1 fight, not even a 9 rounds to 3, so, and that sort of kicked up the fuss, and that got people talking about it. It was all over the social media about it, and, you know, it's got him this rematch.
As well as Paul performed in the first fight, how many levels does he have to improve on that performance to get the win, especially in Germany?
Yeah, I mean, you know, us as a family, us as a team, and, you know, we was made up with Paul and proud of him just for the performance last time, because he done everything he was asked to do, and, you know, we couldn't ask no more of him. And I think personally, I don't know, I think, you know, if he can better that, I think he goes home with a world title, because at this stage, you know, the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I can't see Abraham being much better than he was. I think he'll be a fitter, stronger Abraham, but, you know, that's down to condition. If you lose to conditioning, then, you know, it's your own fault really. You've got to put it in at the top level, and I think for the world title fight, then you're always going to be in good shape anyway. So I don't see Abraham becoming much better than he was. So I think it'll be a similar fight. I just think if Paul can do what he's done or better, then he wins the world title.
Do you feel deep down that Paul will have to stop or knock out Arthur Abraham to get the win?
I think if it's close, I think where the judges are going to be under scrutiny. I think, you know, people might be surprised. I think that Paul might get a fair crack this time, because with this being the only reason the rematch is happening down to the negative scoring last time, then I think this time round, a close fight, you might see a fair scoring. So if Paul can do what he done last time or better, I think he'll win the title.
Another one of our Brits, Martin Murray, goes in against the one and only Triple G, GENNADY GOLOVKIN, this Saturday night, same night in Monte Carlo. It's going to be a tall order for Martin Murray.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, on the flip side, that's one way Golovkin seems to be still improving. He just seems to be a good fighter on the way up. I think that was also was trying to refer to with Abraham. I don't see him getting any better now. I think, you know, he's on the slides. He's getting on a bit, but I think Golovkin seems to be, you know, he's still been on the way up. He seems to be impressing all the time, and it's a massive ask for Martin Murray, but, you know, he's got nothing to lose in my opinion. You know, I think if he was to go in and, like a lot of people expect, he was lose the fight quite early, then, you know, he's lost to, you know, GENNADY GOLOVKIN, done the best fights in the world, so it's not too much. But I do think Martin, you know, his size and strength could surprise a few people, and, you know, could take him into the later rounds, and be good to see how Golovkin comes back from it. But, you know, it is a massive ask, and, you know, if you ask me who I think will win, I do think Golovkin will win.
I mean, we've seen what Martin Murray's capable of in the past in Argentina against Martinez. A lot of people thought that he actually won the fight.
Him off in the past, definitely, you know, and I like Martin. He's a great lad. He's one of the nice lads you can meet in boxing. He's a really good lad, and I think, you know, I'd love him to do it. You know, he's a good lad, and I'd love to see him come on with that title. But he has got a massive ask, if I'm honest. And I think, you know, I'm not the only one saying that. I do think it is a big challenge for him. But, you know, I hope he does it.
Give us an update about your future at the moment.
Yeah, just waiting on something confirming. It's looking like in April I'm going to be fighting, and hopefully it's a big fight for myself, and, you know, can put me towards becoming world champion this year myself.
Are you confident that you will sort of secure a world title shot this year or in February now?
2015, definitely. I'll fight for a world title, and, you know, if I get the opportunity, then I've got to take it. So, you know, that's the plan. I'm hoping to get there, have my own name up there in a world title fight, and then the rest down to me.
And obviously, big years for your brother Callum, and also Liam this year as well. So
Yeah, definitely. You know, it could be a huge year for the family. You know, Callum has been flying through the ranks as everyone's seen, and he's getting highly ranked now. He's 5 in the WBC, so he's knocking on the door very soon. And Liam's just the same. He's been going up, and he's highly ranked himself. So if he can get this fight done with another a good win, March the 6th, then it's looking like he's going to be straight back out in April, which could be an eliminator, or maybe be a title shot.
and you've got a baby on the way.
Yeah, another baby on the way. So my girl's due in April, so it's good exciting times for me at home as well as my career now. So I'm in a good place.
All right. Well, listen. First things first. Your brother Paul fighting for the world title this Saturday night. Let's hope everyone back home and also people. There's a lot of Brits out here. I think Josh Warrington's brought a load of people out here as well.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be a good night. I think the atmosphere will be great because people know travelling support seems to always be more vocal anyway. So it should be a good atmosphere when he's coming to the ring.
Certainly hope so. Stephen Smith, listen, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll catch up with you really soon.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks a lot.